So we're at the accommodation with Gav and Mel.
We got a call from the recovery car. You need to come out to the beach. Which way, left or right, who knows? But we had a marking to go down this way, so we followed down the beach.
All right, we're down near where the sand turns, where we turned into our campsite was the other day. So, do you guys want to shoot on down here? It is soft, so you're going to need stuff.
We get down there and the camper trailers, which were all set up down at camp, had been packed up and then placed in a row.
Then we all realised it's another challenge.
Ah, there they are. This looks like it must be a challenge, eh? A reversing challenge. My first thoughts were, Jess isn't here, I might have a shot at this one. So we run through the challenge for the camper trailers and it works out that Jamie had to actually load his quad up onto the trailer. So I thought, once again, you beauty, I've got this. As soon as we got the go-ahead, jumped in, I've flown around, hooked up the camper trailer, first go. I don't know how I done that.
And then we start into this challenge. And of course I'm flogging them. No, not really. Borgie's left us for dead and I'm having a go, and then Leisha passes me, and then before we know it, you know, it's just going haywire and I'm losing.
And all I can see was Jamie and Alicia doing like squiggly things on the way back and nearly taking each other out. And then I knew I pretty much got it from here. Then the call comes over the radio.
Stop, everyone, stop. Hey Jamie, can you just jump out of your car and come give us a hand please down here? We just need a hand. Guys, button cameras off for a minute please, button all action.
Anyway, I get this text message. All of a sudden, now we don't have a lot of reception, but I have this little unit in my vehicle that amplifies the signal. Message comes in from Jess. I'm stuck.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting pretty dicey here right now. Some of those waves are getting pretty close, you can see. But if this thing goes under, I'm going to be in trouble for not filming it. So I'm currently in a rush, digging out from underneath the fuel tank because that's where it's sitting on. I'm here alone, which is probably rule number one, but since the crew left without me, I went to follow. Nobody's on the radio. I've got my treads under there, but since it's sitting on the fuel tank, it's not working. Wish me luck.
I call Dave on the radio and I say, look, Jess is stuck. And Dave says, okay.
She was in a world of trouble back up at the entrance to the beach. And I didn't really know how bad it was, but it was actually quite bad. She had water lapping up at the tyres.
I'm letting the tyres down another 2 pounds. I'm currently stuck and the treads are just slipping under the tyres, unfortunately. The sand is very soft. If I was in a fun situation, I just wouldn't have followed because I'm not confident on my own. Ooh. All right, I need to shut this off. This is getting...
Dave, I've got another text message. Jess it's urgent. She's really stuck. And Dave says, it's okay. And I'm thinking, it's not really okay. She's really stuck. Should I leave now or what's the go? And then he said, I've got to get this drone down. Okay, yeah, no worries. All right, so he gets the drone down. But he didn't tell us that Mel had put Abel in the recovery car and locked himself in it. And the keys are in the car. What are you supposed to do? Like, really, of all things?
Press the button. Button. It's alright, we'll get it open for there too. Button. You think it's hilarious, don't you?
He'd locked himself in the recovery car with the keys in it. So then it's another message over to Alicia to say, have you got the spare key for the recovery car? Like, as if she's going to know where her key is. She doesn't know where anything is in that car, I tell you.
So I didn't really know about that one. The first point that I seen was Alicia running around frantically to the back of her car, and it was like something out of a comic book or a cartoon or something like that. There was things flying out of the car left, right and centre. Turns out she was looking for the spare key to try and get Abel out of the car really quickly.
She found the key, but in the time that's happened, so they've rushed the key down, got the car open, and then all of a sudden the car's taken off and it's going to find Jess.
Jamie was like, Jess needs recovery on the beach. I'm like, okay, cool, no worries, we'll get down there as soon as we can. Abel's stuck in the car, and then Jamie goes, there's waves now hitting the car, it's an emergency. We're like, sorry I'm swearing, but sometimes that happens. Well done, Jess.
Thanks for your help.
Leash got stuck in the exact same spot with the GQ.
Oh, really?
And they've got to Jess, which is a long way up the beach, and there's waves coming in on Jess. That's how serious she'd got. So she'd gone bogged down, got herself stuck there. She said it's an emergency, which it was. The waves are coming in. Abel's locked in the car. Dave has to get the drone down. So it's just all happening at once.
So when I found out what was going on, I sort of felt a little bit bad because I was so far away from everybody and I just sat up in the car. But I didn't know what was happening. So I think it all worked out, but I do think that was a bit of a close call on two fronts there.
So all this has happened all of a sudden, but then we had to get back into the challenge and start it again from where we were, where we finished off.
Rolling. Alright, and action.
Boogie rolling.
I actually don't think I've got an action cam.
Yeah, apparently it's on the back of your car.
Whereabouts? Hopefully sticking to your JTS sticker. Definitely no action cam up there.
So since there's been a delay in filming the challenge, we have to go and get Abel out of the car and then go and rescue Jess. Batteries have drained on cameras. Jamie's action cam has gone missing. I think Dave is getting somewhat frustrated. Did you find it?
No.
Seriously?
Not in your feet or something.
I'll have a look. Following Jamie's wheel tracks just to see if we can find this action cam that has gone missing.
How many Ks do you reckon you've walked today?
Anyway, we got up, we got around, and then Leash yells out to me, it doesn't matter what way we drive to get back down, and we don't have to reverse down there. And old Borgie, he's reversing down nice and steadily, and here we are, flat out, straight, driving down there. It was a great laugh. But the funny part about it all was we finished the challenge, it's all done. I'm not sure who won. I think Borgie might have still won, but anyway, we won't worry about that because there was a lot of things happening. But we had to reflect with everything that all of a sudden happened. A drone in the air, trying to get the drone down, trying to get Abel out of the car, Alicia just trying to find a key, like really. And then, of course, Jess not knowing what's going on down this end and her in panic up that end, you know, whether she's going to lose the jackaroo, you know, a Jillaroo losing a jackaroo. Could be heartbreaking for her. But anyway, we reflected on all that, and then that was it, all done. Went back to camp. Mel and Gav, they went back to the editing suite, and hunky-dory, we're off to do the next challenge.